I'm gonna go with a little bit of sass in your act, and let me tell you, if you, Miranda Lambert, Tanya Tucker, and Winona walked into a building, I would be scared to death. Holy crap, right? It's like you set the building on fire.
Bitches walking in.
No doubt.
What's up?
Wow, I love it. That's awesome. Well, welcome to Portland.
Thank you so much for having us.
Is this the first time here?
No, I've been here once before.
Okay, cool. Just
and
a
actually,
quick...
I have a cousin here who is an ER doctor here, so.
Okay.
She's saving the world.
That's good.
Which is great.
We need lots of them.
We do.
Especially
Amen
right now.
to all those first responders. Woo.
That's awesome.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah, that's a whole different story.
I'm going to need a whole lot of help, let me tell you.
Listen, I was doing some studying on it today, and I got to say, first and foremost, thank you for your humanitarian services that you do for so many. You are really warm. You've worked with the USO. You do so many great things. You're like the national spokesperson for the National Guard, which is awesome.
Thank you.
You do a lot of stuff for our veterans, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody here in the service or has served, if you have, this lady's doing things for us, man. It's awesome.
Thank you. You know, I'm here living my dream because of those men and women. So,
yeah, 100%.
You know, they've given their lives, and their family has given their lives, too.
100%.
You know, they move around the country. And
yep, and the ones that stay back home, we can't forget either.
We're with our families on the holidays, and they may not get to be together.
Exactly.
So, you know, we're living the dream just because of them. I mean, they give their time 365 days a year, 7 days a week. So thank you all so much.
How did you connect with the USO and the National Guard?
You know, I love our military. I love these men and women, and because I live in a wonderful country, the United States of America, and I live in freedom, and I get to pursue this dream with all of you, and I thought, you know, I want to give back. I want to spread the word that these amazing men and women are doing every day. You know, especially with the Air National Guard. I mean, it was like when I was a part of their campaign, you know, it was more of like a coming out party for them. You know, they never expect to thank you, and it was just, you know, to let people know these men and women are everywhere.
Right.
You know, they're fighting fires. They're overseas. They're helping tornado victims. I mean, they're just everywhere. And so it's been such a wonderful experience to be a part of that and to co-write a song for them called Hometown Heroes and fly in an F-16 and pull 9Gs and not throw up.
Well, I'm jealous because I will be honest with you, the U.S. Air Force was just here a couple weeks ago. We did a huge air show, and this is the craziest thing. I have lived here for 26 years, and couple weeks ago was my first time ever at our Air National Guard base.
Ah, great.
And it was awesome. I saw so many things that I probably wasn't supposed to see, but it was awesome.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely some things that they're like.
Oh, yeah. They're like, can't go in that room. And they walk me through the room. I'm like, yes, that's where it's at.
You know, when I did fly on the plane, they were like, you know, you have to go through and have a physical and all those kind of things. And I probably didn't weigh what I was supposed to. So they were putting rocks in my pants. I'm like, oh, yeah, she's 100 pounds. She's packing a big punch. That's why on the side of the plane it said Lil Thunder.
Yeah, when you're pulling a -3 generation flip, you're like, just make it fast so the rocks don't fall out.
Exactly, yes.
I love it. You're also an author for children's books.
I do. You know what? It's so weird when you concoct this dream in your mind, and like as a child, you were like, "Oh, I want to sing." You don't know what other things are going to come about with the dream, and so it's kind of been like this tree where there's all these branches, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to write some children's books about my birds." I'm the crazy bird chick. I know some of you got
just gonna ask.
Dogs and cats, and I'm like the crazy bird chick, and you know, some of them they sit there. Some of the birds are like, I mean, they do that, and they do the dance and the whole thing. We're like really a one-man. We could be a big show.
It's great, though, because you've written 2 books, and they're both about birds. So now it takes me to another level. What kind of birds do you own, and what's your favorite bird?
Oh, you know, I can't say that I have a favorite, but they all have their own thing. I've had an African gray, a Senegal, a cockatoo, and a caique.
A caique?
Yes.
Okay.
She kind of looks like the Irish flag, but she's got a lot of attitude.
Oh, okay. So are you a big bird fan? Like you just love birds in general?
We always had birds growing up, so it was kind of like, you know, like there you were with your parents walking in Hawaii on the beach. And the guys carrying all these big parrots, and you're like, oh, I want to carry one, or can I touch them, or can I hold them? So there we were. We got our picture taken with them, and I guess I didn't really get into drugs and things. I got into birds.
That's good. That's an A plus right there.
I
Let me
don't
tell
know.
you, that's an A plus. Well, I'll tell you, it's interesting because we have some really rare birds here in Oregon.
You do?
We have puffins. Has anybody
Oh, I
seen
love
puffins before?
puffins.
They're all along the Oregon coast. You get a chance to see them. They're very cool. They're like fat, chubby cheeks, and I love them. If I ever catch one, I would probably get in trouble, but I want to just hold one.
I know.
Same
so
thing.
cute.
And then at night, this is cool. I know you guys probably won't go tonight because you have a show tonight after this show. But at Chapman Elementary, they have these swift birds. They're called swifts.
Oh, wow.
And there's thousands of them. It's really cool. And every September, people go sit on this giant lawn at Chapman Elementary and watch these thousands and thousands of birds swarm into a smokestack.
Oh, what?
It's the craziest thing. They've been doing it since like the late 80s. And we just found out yesterday that for the first time in like 32 years, they didn't show up yesterday.
Oh.
Was the weirdest thing. Like just one day, they went 4 blocks west to the Greek Orthodox Church over on 32nd and Gleason, and everybody, it caused an accident. Like all of a sudden, there was hundreds of people in the street. Somebody thought that there was like a riot or a shooting that was going on, but it was all the birds that people were looking up going, what is going on?
Oh, my God.
It was the weirdest thing. Wait till you get home tonight, watch the news story. It was incredible. So next time you're in town, I want you to hit the Oregon coast, check out the puffins, because I want to see a puffin in one of your books.
Oh, we should do that.
We should do a new one, right?
Well, actually, we're in the process of writing another book, but it like little one, who's the little coyote, gets lost at the zoo, and everybody ends up finding her sitting there with all the other baby animals at the zoo. So maybe we'll put a puffin in there.
There we go. We'll have a puffin. It's a tribute to Oregon.
Okay, but you don't want me to draw.
Okay, well, whoever draws, you
let me
just write it all out.
Let me explain
You just
something.
write it all out. I'm not an artist either.
My stick people have problems. Like, they have really big problems.
They got crooked legs.
Oh,
All
yeah.
funny. All right, let's get back to the music side of business. You're based in L.A. and Nashville. Kind
Yeah,
of
we get
both,
around.
Right? Okay.
You know, my mom calls me an airport hooker. Like
You're traveling so much.
I give new meaning to Fly the Friendly Skies.
Oh,
Hi.
right now. Okay, cool.
Say.
Where do you prefer more time? Are you based more in Nashville or in L.A.?
No, I'm all of the all of the above.
All of the above. Okay, wait.
Yeah,
Where's the
because-
band from? Is all the band from all of Nashville or other
Little
places?
Smash.
Smash.
Little Smash, but
Okay.
we get around. you
Okay.
know? I mean,
That's cool. I like it.
it's a little weird when you walk through security at the airport and they're like, "Hey, Laura, we don't need your ID.
Yeah, we know who you are.
How are the kids? Which are my birds?" And they're like, "Oh, great."
We've already seen that
Yeah.
TSA picture a million times.
Right.
You're good. You had a chance to perform at Live in the Vineyard in the Napa Valley.
Yes,
What was your experience like there? Did you have a lot of fun doing that?
I loved it. It was so great. I mean, there you have this beautiful backdrop, which all of you have a beautiful backdrop being
Correct.
here too. But you're just sitting there, you're like, "Wait, we're gonna sing and
Here? Yeah.
all of this?" And
Has anyone
Okay.
here in the audience been to Live in the Vineyard or heard about it before?
It's
a really cool.
stunning.
It's a really cool experience. You can look it up. It happens twice a year now. It was only once a year.
Right.
Now it's happening twice a year. But you can buy tickets and go to one of the Napa Valley vineyards, and they'll do a showcase of an artist. And there's like 7 artists on one showcase, and it's great. So that's cool.
everybody's doing it.
Yeah, it's the new hip, trendy,
Peer
bougie
pressure.
thing. And then you were at South by Southwest. You've been there as well. So that's a
Yes.
completely different scene.
Oh yeah, that we rocked that out. It was completely totally different.
Is Austin, people always recommend like Portland and Seattle. Like Seattle was known for grunge. Portland's known for foodies and some different kind of music. We're very eclectic when it comes here. But South by Southwest, it's a little bit of
It's
everything,
a little
right?
bit of everything. Totally, absolutely.
But is it more like Southern rock? Is it more country? Is it just a little bit of everything?
it's everything. I
Okay.
mean, the band that played right before us was a rock band, and then after us was rap.
Weird.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you go from like Def
And here we go.
Leppard to
Hi,
country
y'all.
here we are. Like
I got my big hair. Let's go.
I love it. I want to know. So you're singing, songwriting, writing books. Do those kind of compete together, or do you like, hey, I have this thought, songwriter, and now I can use this part of a book series? Is it meshed together, or is it completely 2 different worlds?
It's kind of like all of the above. Sometimes it's a smushy. That's a technical term.
Smushy.
Smushy.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, SMUSHIE. But yeah, it kind of all gets smushy together because sometimes, I'm one of these, obviously, I like my hair dryer quite a bit. And so I have a notepad next to the toilet, next to my hairdryer, in the car. Like I'm constantly thinking of ideas, and I'm like, oh, that's a book. Oh, that's a song. So it's a little bit of everything.
Okay, that's
But,
cool. So you can never leave home without something in your hands. Like you're like, oh, I gotta have this with me because you're always thinking about different things.
Yes, it's either my hairspray or my whipped cream.
Hairspray or whipped cream. Okay. I want to know.
Go ahead.
You are taking me to levels it's never seen before.
I
so
like it.
This is funny. On
Hi,
a
I'm
day
Laura.
off for Laura, what do you do? Because now you're like, I got this, I got that, I got this. I want to know what a day off for you looks like.
You know what? I love what I do so much,
You don't get days off.
and I don't want one.
Right.
Like I love being with
Your boys.
my boys, and I
Right.
love being here with all of you. You
Right.
know, I'm just a little girl with a dream,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
cool.
get to be here.
That's cool.
So I'm just, it's really, when
I-
you love what you do, it's definitely a vacation all the time.
I 100% agree with you. I love what I do. I get to entertain people. I get to make people laugh and smile. Last week I was on vacation, but I was not on vacation. I still worked every day. No one knew that I wasn't working. I was working from home at night. So it was
See?
great. But
And
I
your
do it
jammies.
because I love it. It's what we
Right.
do, right? Favorite season? Because now we're getting ready to change into fall. What is your favorite season?
So I'm like a spring or summery person.
Okay.
Like I love the leaves changing, but then they turn to sticks.
Yes.
And I do love that in Los Angeles, you can have flowers all year round.
That's true. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, moved here 27 years ago, and I never went back. So I love it. This is my magnet, and we get 4 different seasons here, and it's absolutely
Right.
incredible. So I love it. So
Yeah,
it's good. Okay, one last question. Favorite food?
Oh,
Is it
my whipped cream.
whipped cream? No,
Yeah.
that's not a food. That's a dessert.
Depends on, do I look like I...
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking, what could
Well,
you put
I'm
on
from
whipped-
Maryland. This show's going to get worse. I do like my crabs.
Okay, there you go. Full of sass and
We'll
class,
keep
man.
it
Let me tell you.
Class, not ass. Mhm. We're spicy.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Laura Bryna, everybody.
So sorry. We like to have a little fun. You know what? Life is too damn short. That's something I learned when my father passed away a couple years ago, and I learned, you know what? Live every moment to the fullest, you know, and definitely take advantage of every day. So